Hey everybody, Chris here from Tennessee, 2 videos in 1 day. I ended up dumping my half a pipe full of that Sutliff crumble cake because it was gagging me. And you know what, I was so in the mood to try an English blend again. So this is GLP's Quiet Nights. Sorry for the chainsaw sound in the background. They are cutting down trees and I just heard a tree fall. It's kind of a fun sound. GLP's Quiet Nights. I bought this in the winter of 2023. I think I've smoked it once, maybe twice, so this is a first impression still. And I had always heard that GLP's blends age exceptionally well compared to other blends. So I have popped the tin. Beautiful looking broken flakes. And I've smoked this down for the past 10 minutes, so I think I didn't pack as much in here as I should have. I also used the wrong pipe, I've realized. This English blend would do better in sort of a round, more wide bowl rather than this narrow with a shank in here. It's a bad choice for this blend. Anyway, I should have looked up what's in this blend, but it's kind of fun to have the mystery to figure out again. Obviously, it's got Latakia. It's a heavier English blend. It's fairly full-bodied, I would say. I'd say medium full. It's not as robust. It's not as deep. It's not as full as Nightcap. Nightcap to me is still the gold standard of English blends. That blend just ticks all my boxes for just everything. But this has aged for a couple years, and it is so contemplative. I can't even. It's hard for me to put my finger on it. Like, it's aptly named Quiet Nights. If I remember correctly, the first time I smoked it fresh out of the tin, it was a little more pointed. It seems like it's become softer, a little more melded together, but when you pop open that tin, the smell you're going to get is leathery, smoky, and a little sweet barbecue to it. And I think all of that comes out in the experience when you're smoking it. There is a leathery kind of taste and essence, and but like the flavor that sort of lingers on your tongue is like a smoky, woody, not charcoal, not like creosote, but a smoky kind of woody flavor. It's like wood that's been slightly charred, like dried out kindling or something. But it's very comforting, and to me it's quite nostalgic because I got into Latakia blends years ago. Early on when I started pipe smoking, I really enjoyed English blends. But this has a nice, it's not entirely subtle, it's a nice sweetness that sort of carries it underneath, but it's not as pointed of a sweetness like you'd get from the Perique and Nightcap, or that you'd get from the Balkan blend, Plum Pudding, another exceptional blend. I think I've reviewed that. But it's there, and I think I'm guessing it comes from the Virginias. And if I had to guess, this has Oriental in it as well, because there's this flavor that's really, it seems like it's undergirding the Virginia sweetness. I'm guessing this might have Perique in it too. Maybe that's where it's coming from. But it's so nice. You'll get sort of the lighter you puff on it, the lighter you exhale, you'll get almost a more of a incense-like, perfume-like taste and feel. And then the heavier you go at it, the more woody, leathery campfire type thing. But it's all very melded together, and it's kind of hard to there's no one thing that's really sticking out more than the other. It is just so it's a cozy blend. Nice and smoky, which is always fun. Yeah, there's something about it that's reminiscent of an old wizard named Gandalf. Yeah, aptly named. Quiet Nights for sure. It's just I can't even describe why it just seems so contemplative. Yeah, I swear it's got Oriental in it. It's nice. There's I don't know. There's a mysterious quality about this tobacco, and I think that's why it makes me just kind of want to space out and think about it. But the first time I smoked it, I was actually outside on a summer night, and it was just perfect. It was like late. It was 10:30 at night or 11 or something, and I was writing up a draft by candlelight. It was wonderful. Yeah, there's kind of an old world feel about this. It doesn't feel like dirty. What I mean is some blends from, I think from GLPs or Cornell and Deal, maybe. They have this kind of residuey, kind of dirty quality to it that I'm not crazy about. And this doesn't have that. Wow. I'm really enjoying this blend. Yeah, it's fantastic. Again, if you smoke this, and maybe most English blends, it's better to have a rounded bowl. I feel like it really helps the flavors come together with something like this. Yeah, it's not really spicy on the retrohale or anything, but I noticed as I got closer to the bottom of the bowl here, there is a bit of a spice, more like a zest. The slightest bit of a actually a lemony kind of zest to it as I've gotten further down. But yeah, very incense-like. Very incense-like, but thankfully there's that subtle sweetness that's there that prevents the incense-like nature to be sickly. It prevents that, so it's good. It just seems very well blended. Yeah, overall, I'm really enjoying this. I'm looking forward to smoking through more of it and getting a better feel for what's going on, so I can describe it if you're interested in getting this. Obviously, it's a well-reviewed blend, and it's nice to have a couple years of age on it. So I can't really speak to a new tin, but yeah, there's a citrus quality that definitely for me has come out at the end. And I think that's what makes this so contemplative. It's like you get your classic smoky Latakia experience, woody, leathery, maybe a tinge of mushroom in there. But then you have this sort of lemony citrus sweetness and zest that comes out, but it's very soft, so it's not pointed, it's not like cloying at you at all. It's a very rounded kind of thing. And so those two things to me are kind of opposites in some ways. Like, why would you want to, you know, picture yourself sucking on a lemon while inhaling a campfire? And that doesn't seem like it'd be pleasurable at all. And so those two opposites kind of come together to make it in sort of a soft, melded, well-balanced form that makes it unique, that makes you want to keep puffing at it to figure it out. And I think that's how it lends itself to becoming contemplative and you know, perfect for a quiet night. Or a cold autumn or winter day. Well, I can say it should take quite a few number of relights. I've used a bunch of matches on this one. But there's a lot of moisture in the air today, a lot, and I think that has something to do with it. But I can say It was great from the start. You know, the first few minutes as I started smoking it down, it was just wonderful, full. And now there's that a lot more the citrusy coming out at the end, and I'm really enjoying it towards the end. Okay, and I can tell now that's the Virginia that I'm getting. Wow, yeah. Um, Again, apologies. This is very much stream of consciousness. I'm experiencing this kind of for the first time with you, so I'm collecting my thoughts as I smoke this. So thanks for, if this interests you, thanks for sticking along. Wow, Virginias have really come out more at the end. It's delicious. I like it more towards the bottom third of the bowl. It's really... I can't tell yet if it's the me just getting used to the Latakia, and so the other flavors I'm starting to taste more. Because the Latakia is less like, wow, I'm here, and more like, oh yeah, there's other stuff. Also a little bit more spice on the retrohale now, too. Could be the way I packed it, I don't know, you know, could be... I got more Latakia up front, and the Virginias ended up being at the bottom of the bowl more. But very cool. This is a great blend. Yeah, that lemon zest is now seems to be taking on a slight of an orange peel type thing. Hard to say. You can hear them cutting trees down. They're doing road work over here, and they're clearing both sides of the road, which is kind of cool actually, because they've opened up a mountain view from my house that I didn't have before. So, score! Anyway. I don't know if you heard that, but that was a tree just cracking. Anyway, I will recommend this blend off of a first impression. If you like English blends or Latakia blends, this one's nice. This one's different. But yeah, I have yet to get back into my English. I have so many English blends. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. God bless you all. And I'll have another video again for you soon. I might just crack open that nightcap. I miss it. I'm starting to feel it. Anyway, take care. God bless.